नमस्कार साथियों, मैं डॉक्टर लुकेश भाटिया स्वागत करता हूं आपका लोक टॉक्स चैनल पर। साथियों, आज का वीडियो बना रहा हूं मैं वर्ल्ड आर्थराइटिस डे के उपलक्ष्य में। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं 12 अक्टूबर हर साल मनाया जाता है अवेयरनेस कैंपेन के रूप में उन लोगों के लिए जिन्हें जोड़ों में दर्द रहता है, उनकी अवेयरनेस बढ़ाने के लिए, उनकी जानकारियों में इजाफा करने के लिए इस मकसद से इस दिन को मनाया जाता है। नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर लुकेश भाटिया। सब्सक्राइब करें लोक टॉक्स चैनल को प्रोफेशनल मेडिकल गाइडेंस के लिए, स्पिरिचुअलिटी एंड मेडिटेशन के लिए एंड लाइफ कोचिंग सेशंस के लिए। यह है मेरा व्हाट्सएप नंबर, आप कभी भी संपर्क कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद। दूसरी खुशी की बात यह है मित्रों कि आज जो है दूसरा जन्मदिन लोक टॉक्स चैनल का माना जा सकता है, क्योंकि आज से ठीक 2 साल पहले मैंने एक वीडियो बनाई थी नी पेन पर, और वो भी इसी उपलक्ष्य में जारी करी थी कि नी की जो पेन्स होती हैं उनके बारे में कुछ जानकारी मैंने शेयर करी थी। और वो पहला वीडियो था। शायद मैंने उस दिन ये नहीं सोचा था कि एक 2 साल की जर्नी इतनी लंबी, कुछ 160 वीडियोस, 160 videos have been uploaded by now on this Lok Talks channel. So I thank you all. I thank each and every viewer of this channel, and thank you very much. A lot of people have subscribed, and I keep requesting each one of you to keep subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notifications about the latest uploads on this channel. शीघ्राति शीघ्र अगर आप पहली बार इस चैनल पे आए हैं तो सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, बेल आइकन को हिट जरूर करिए ताकि नए अपलोड्स के बारे में आपको यथाशीघ्र नोटिफिकेशंस प्राप्त हो सकें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। स्वागत है आपका आज इस वीडियो में। So as you all know that this particular day is being celebrated as an raising awareness day of all those people who have joint pains and they are suffering in a chronic manner. Years together they have been suffering. So to educate such people, this day is being celebrated every year on 12th of October. Well, arthritis is a very broad term which encompasses any swollen redness, difficulty in walking and for the lower limb joints, or the range of motion of the joints might get reduced, difficulty to perform day-to-day function might get reduced. So all these kind of disabilities and problems might be faced by the patient. In some types of arthritis, there are other body organs which are also getting involved, like skin and other systemic organs also might get involved along with arthritis. And these are some very few, but yes, it can also be a manifestation of a systemic problem. In most of the arthritis, the pain and disability can be managed and the tissue damage can be prevented with early diagnosis. And that is the very aim and objective of these kind of awareness campaigns, and that is the very objective of celebrating a particular day, so that awareness about that particular kind of problems can definitely be raised on those particular days. So what is the theme of 2021 on the World Arthritis Day this year is don't delay, connect today, and time to work. So the arthritis is a disease that affects the joints. Itis, any organ which has got the name itis, I-T-I-S, means inflammation of that particular organ. So arthro is joint and itis is inflammation. So arthritis is the inflammation of the joint. So how does that manifest? The pain, joint swelling, and sometimes there can be redness on the joint surface area. There can be warmth. There can be decreased range of motion. The most common form of arthritis is osteoarthritis, which is very common. As we are aging, the joints do tend to develop wearing and tearing of the joint, which is called osteoarthritis. The symptoms of osteoarthritis are aching, stiffness, swelling in the and around one or more of the joints. Let's understand which are the doctors and which are the specialties involved in management of arthritis or the joint problems. 1, orthopedic surgeons. 2, rheumatologists. 3, physicians. 4, renal specialists, those who are nephrologists. They are also involved because many of the problems which are systemic problems where the chronic administration of steroids or hyperuricemia problems at times might have to be dealt in association, in coordination and collaboration with nephrologists too. So a common platform was felt to be created, and so that all the specialties involved in the care of joint problems can be on one common platform, and we can understand each other's perspectives and can spread awareness through different platforms to general public. Let me talk to you about some commoner and enumerate some kinds of arthritis. Number one is juvenile arthritis. This term describes a group of conditions that affects in the children age group, right? Second is spondyloarthropathies. These are autoimmune conditions that can affect the joints. Third is SLE, that is systemic lupus erythematosus. The condition affects many tissues of the body, including joints. Fourth is gout. This condition will have a swollen, red, inflamed joint. Usually one of the joint is involved of the body. Commonly the great toe metatarsophalangeal joint is the commonest joint involved. Many patients keep presenting in outdoor basis every day, having pain and swelling in their foot. Usually only one joint is involved, so it is a monoarticular arthritis, and it is because of deposition of uric acid crystals, urate crystals getting deposited in the joints, and it is called gout. And it will be associated always with hyperuricemia, that is increased uric acid in the blood. In males, it is considered 7 levels plus, and in females 6 plus. So this is a little bit in the very short information about gout problems. Maybe sometime I will make a very detailed video on gout or gouty arthritis in a little more details. Fifth comes infectious and reactive arthritis. This type of arthritis refers to joint inflammation resulting from an infection in the body. The infective foci is somewhere else, and it spreads down to the joints. It can also be a manifestation of septicemia, and somewhere else the infective focus might be there, and the joint also may react because of the systemic infection in the body. Sixth comes psoriatic arthritis. As you all might, those who are suffering with psoriasis, they know it very well that at times they do get inflammation in their joints, and this is almost 1/3 of the population having psoriasis have experienced pain in their joints. So let's now talk about certain myths related to arthritis. Very important to talk on today's day while creating and raising the awareness on World Arthritis Day 2021 to talk about myths related to arthritis. So the first myth is that arthritis is a disease of old-aged people only. Not true. Joints can become inflamed in any age group, any age patient. So one should not think that if my joint has become inflamed, then how is that possible at my age? Younger people should not get upset thinking about this. Second myth to be understood is if your joint hurts, it is arthritis. This is a myth because there can be many other structures surrounding the joint. Like in elbow, there is inflammation of the lateral side of elbow. We call it tennis elbow. And I have already made one video on tennis elbow. One can scroll, by subscribing my channel, one can scroll it and look for the video on tennis elbow. Very detailed video I have made it on tennis elbow, golfer's elbow has already been considered. So it is not that every joint problem will be an intra-articular problem, means the problem inside the joint. So this is very important to understand that every joint has got certain extra-articular structures which can also become inflamed. The tendons attaching on the joint can become inflamed, and that can present pain in and around that particular joint. Third is, people with arthritis should not exercise. That's very right to a certain extent, but exercise is not an activity that people with arthritis need to avoid, and it can help to maintain a range of motion and strength in the joint. Of course, you are not supposed to do very rigorous exercise, but like particularly in shoulder problem patients, I keep advising my lot of patients that particularly with frozen shoulder, that like your flexion and extension movement, like this pendulum movement is free when there is no pain, and whatever the movement, whatever the range of motion, if there is no pain, definitely one should do that movement so that those particular structures which are not involved in the joint pain process, they will not become more affected. Because it can happen that certain structures only got involved, certain extra-articular structures only got involved in that particular pain pathology, and when you will not make any movement at all, it can become more stiffer. So definitely it is the physician or the orthopedic surgeon or rheumatologist, whomsoever you are consulting, they are definitely going to guide you on this particular instruction, but don't be under that impression at all. Of course, till you consult a right professional, you definitely can immobilize the joint without compressing that area, without compromising the circulation of that area. The fourth is heat is better than cold. This is absolutely a myth. I have already published one video on how to do hot fermentation, cold fermentation, and in that also I have mentioned, like supposing if you have 2 or 3 days only since your pain, or as soon as the pain in the joint starts, the first thing what you need to understand is this is the beginning of acute inflammation in and around the joint. You need to do 48 to 72 hours, do ice pack fermentation on that area. Of course, the doctor will guide you further, but till you are seeking a consultation from the right professional, till that time definitely you can do some cold fermentation, ice fermentation on that joint, right? So when the joint is stiff or the pain is felt in that joint, the alternative cold and hot fermentation can also be of great help. So alternative hot and cold fermentation also should be well understood and remembered in those situations. The fifth myth to be understood is arthritis is not preventable. It is a partial myth, because in every case of arthritis, the doctor faces some risk factors like advancing age. Of course, that is not modifiable. However, minimizing or eliminating or preventing the onset of arthritis, or it can be slowed, its progression can definitely be slowed. So as I have said it before also in many of my videos, best always is to keep yourself physically active. Make sure that you are doing all the general body range of motion exercises of all the joints of the body. Do regularly. For spine, do every day. Surya Namaskar at least 4 to 5 times. Do regular walking of 5 to 7 kilometers every day. This is, you have been listening to, all those who are my regular listeners of my channel, they must be listening to this by I think 5th or 6th time. In different videos I've been talking about this particular line. And I'm sure you must have liked this video or many others previous videos as well. By now, if you have not subscribed my channel, I do request you to reconsider this request to subscribe my channel and make sure that you are sharing it with your nearest and dearest ones. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.